Good morning, everyone. Well, this week is a very exciting and monumental week in the fight against COVID-19. Not only are we approaching the one-year anniversary of the first COVID-19 cases in Pennsylvania, but over the weekend, the Janssen, better known as Johnson & Johnson, COVID-19 vaccine received emergency use authorization from the federal government. This is the first single-dose vaccine available in the fight against COVID-19. We now have 3 major companies producing life-saving medicine for individuals in Pennsylvania, across the country, and around the world. This new development means Pennsylvania will start to receive shipments of the Janssen vaccine this week. Let me be clear, in the short term, this does not solve the major problem facing vaccination efforts across the country. There is still not enough vaccine available to meet the current demand. There will be more vaccine coming, but patience is still required. Now let's take a look at today's COVID-19 vaccination numbers to show where we are in the distribution process. Through March 6th, Pennsylvania has been allocated 3,699,180 doses of vaccine. That means the state has been allocated more than 500,000 doses in the last week. That's a big step in the right direction. Local providers are continuing to vaccinate Pennsylvanians as quickly as possible. In fact, through today, local vaccine providers have administered 2,483,631 doses of vaccine. That means in the past 7 days, 427,631 Pennsylvanians made an appointment and received a dose of the vaccine. It's an average of more than 64,000 people per day. So far, more than 1.7 million Pennsylvanians have received their first dose, and close to 800,000 people have received both doses and are now fully vaccinated. Pharmacy partners are also making progress distributing the vaccine to residents and staff in long-term care facilities across Pennsylvania. As of yesterday, CVS has administered 305,291 doses of COVID-19 vaccine. Walgreens has administered 48,500 doses, and Rite Aid has administered 11,400 doses of COVID-19 vaccine. We know that the actual number of people vaccinated is higher, and we're working with providers every day to make sure reporting is kept up to date. As I've said before, we're also continuously working to improve our processes and do all that we can to get people vaccinated. We know that right now, there simply is not enough vaccine for everyone who wants it. However, the addition of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will certainly help increase the number of vaccines allocated to Pennsylvania, therefore increasing the number of Pennsylvanians who get vaccinated. We're currently working with the Legislative COVID Task Force members, PEMA, and other partners to determine how best to use the first supply of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Remember, we are still in phase 1A of our vaccine plan. We continue to urge patience as we work through this vaccination process. It will take time, but we will make sure everyone who wants a vaccine will get it. For Pennsylvanians who don't know if they're eligible to receive the vaccine, we encourage you to use our Your Turn tool. By entering your information into the online tool, you'll be able to find out if it is your turn to receive the vaccine. If it is your turn, you'll be directed how to find a vaccine provider. Remember that if someone does not have internet access to use the Your Turn tool, they can call 877-PA-HEALTH to speak with a representative to determine eligibility. If eligible, the representative will help the individual find a vaccine provider near them and provide contact information for the caller to make an appointment. As we mentioned last week, we're adding additional language compatibility into the Your Turn tool. It will be available in several languages, including Spanish, Chinese, and German starting tomorrow. Currently, more than 225,000 people have registered their contact information in the Your Turn tool. This is a significant increase in the number of people who submitted their contact information since the launch of this tool on February 9th. That is 225,000 Pennsylvanians that now have some peace of mind knowing when it is their turn. 225,000 people who are ready to receive updates about vaccine distribution and updates related to vaccine opportunities when there is more vaccine available in their region. Remember, Your Turn does not schedule people for a vaccine appointment, but it can set you on the right path to get a vaccination. I continue to encourage all Pennsylvanians to check their eligibility in the Your Turn tool. The virus remains a very real threat and one we must take seriously by following existing mitigation orders and continuing to get tested. To date, roughly 39% of the Pennsylvania population have been tested for COVID-19. From March 2020 through February 25th, 2021, the department has received more than 10 million polymerase chain reaction, commonly called PCR, test results. From May 2020 through February 25th, 2021, the department has received nearly 2 million antigen test results. Combined, more than 12 million total PCR and antigen tests have been reported to the department. From the beginning of the pandemic, we have realized just how important testing for COVID-19 is to help stop the spread. To help ensure that testing opportunities were available in every corner of the state, the Department of Health conducted a 12-week testing initiative to offer free COVID-19 pop-up testing sites in 61 Pennsylvania counties through a contract with AMI Expeditionary Healthcare. Increased testing in counties has helped in determining the prevalence of the virus and assisted counties in moving forward. Ultimately, all protective mitigation measures, testing, and vaccinations work in conjunction to provide a safe and healthy Pennsylvania. We must have patience as the amount of vaccine available in Pennsylvania and across the nation is extremely limited. While we continue to vaccinate people in phase 1A, we must keep up our efforts to stop the spread of COVID-19 by masking up, washing up, and maintaining social distancing.